NYPD Commissioner Bill Bratton says it was, quote, inappropriate for officers to turn their backs on Mayor de Blasio during Saturday's funeral for slain officer Rafael Ramos. Former Mayor Rudy Giuliani is also weighing in on the growing rift between de Blasio and the police department. TV 1055's Andrea Grymes has that story.
Mayor de Blasio should apologize to the police.
Big advice from a former New York City mayor to the current one. Say you're sorry to the men and women in blue.
For the impression that he created for many, many months that the police department is somehow a racist police department, or that it's a systemic problem in the New York City Police Department. Of course it's a problem, but it is not a systemic problem.
Officers literally turned their backs on Mayor de Blasio at the hospital last weekend, just hours after a gunman assassinated officers Rafael Ramos and Wenjin Liu in Brooklyn. Many did it again outside on Saturday during Ramos's funeral. Many in the NYPD are concerned about what they see as de Blasio's support of anti-police protesters. Earlier this month, the mayor publicly said he and his wife have given their biracial son advice on how to interact with police, saying they've worried about his safety.
The advice that the mayor gave to his son should be taken out of the racial context. I gave that advice to my son. My father gave me that advice when I was a little boy growing up in Brooklyn. Respect the police. The police are always right and you're wrong. We can straighten it out later.
Giuliani's advice does not stop there. He says de Blasio also needs to stop leaning on Al Sharpton, despite Sharpton's insistence that he does not believe all police are bad.
Both the president and the mayor should lose the tax evader, Al Sharpton. He owes $4 million in taxes to the United States. Every cop in this country thinks of him as someone who hates them.
While the NYPD Officers Union and others have said de Blasio has blood on his hands, Giuliani says the mayor is not responsible for Ramos and Liu's murders. And whether they like him or not, Giuliani adds, officers should respect the office and not turn their backs on the mayor. An action NYPD Commissioner Bill Bratton also condemned.
I think at yesterday's funeral, very inappropriate to inject the politics. I think we'll look for the opportunity to try and get together and see if we can work through some of the issues.
Bratton says the first step towards healing this rift will be dialogue. Andrea Grymes, TV 1055.
Mayor de Blasio's office says it stands behind Police Commissioner Bratton's comments supporting the mayor and isn't commenting on Giuliani's comments.